Do you know all of the ways we are damaging the earth?
Well, I'm sure we're probably doing a lot, but no, I don't know all of them.
Do you know the effects of smog?
I would imagine it would be bad for your lungs. It could cause health problems.
Do you know the causes of pollution?
I know that trash causes pollution and car emissions.
Do you know the effects of pollution?
Yes, pollution destroys the environment and kills wildlife.
Do you know the causes of deforestation?
People cutting down trees for farmland and to support urbanization.
Do you know the effects of deforestation?
Greenhouse gases and mass extinction of rainforests.
What are some suggestions you have to help the environment?
The City of Green really has a mindset about being a steward of resources. Since about 2011, 2012, we've tried to bring awareness to programs like recycling, and we have partnered with Reworks for food scrap recycling, which, by the way, is one of the biggest polluters of landfills. Food is heavy, and food scraps take up a lot of space. Internally, we look at things like our fleet being as efficient as it can be, paper usage. We try to make everything electronic. We recycle in here. And I think the most important thing that as a city we do, we look at the processes that we use. We build roads, we maintain parks, historic preservation, all those things. You have to have the mindset about how we can do this to preserve the earth and to be eco-friendly.
Okay, the types of things the average person could do to preserve the environment are turning off the water when you're brushing your teeth, take showers rather than baths or shorter showers, get a reduced flow shower head put on, recycle. There are many things that can be recycled. You need to know the difference between the products that they do recycle and those that cannot be recycled, and only put the things that can be recycled into your recycle box.
I think that green should start using geothermal energy because it's green, sustainable, and can be harnessed pretty much everywhere, wherever there's ground.
So many things. Again, I'm coming back to composting. Food has been a big topic for us this year. I know of individual residents who compost. That it's really easy to compost. We all eat, so we all have food scraps. And besides the recycling program that the city offers, taking it upon yourself to compost your food scraps is a great idea. Drive less, walk more, get to know your neighbors, and almost all these things hit your pocketbook in a positive way. When you use less, you spend less. I think it starts with the person being a good steward of what we have, and we've got a lot of great stuff in the city.
I would try to create or get rid of most of the blacktop or concrete driveways and use permeable concrete. It's quite a bit more expensive, but it does allow the water to run down into the ground and refill our underground aquifers instead of it all running to the creeks and polluting the creeks and so forth.
Recycle and reduce the usage of water.
What are some ideas you have to make transportation more eco-friendly?
Well, if more people start riding their bikes, utilizing public transportation, and using electric cars, I think it'll do a lot to reduce our carbon footprint, and that'll help the environment.
Well, I'm going to answer that from the City of Green perspective, since that's where I work. And I think that question is really pervasive globally, really. But you have to attack it, or you have to approach the answer to that question from a context-based solution. We need to rely more on public transportation unless you don't have access to public transportation. So in a city like Green, one of the best ways to make transportation greener is to carpool. We don't have a lot of access to SARTA. They concentrate in the more populated areas like Akron, and they have done as much as they're able, especially in later years. But to carpool, to bike, and again, you have to have the proper infrastructure for that. You have to be safe biking. We have some bike lanes for that, but not a lot. Walking. Now, walking is something that we really focus on in the city. When capital improvement projects go in, we almost always require that they have a sidewalk component attached to them so that as we build out, we keep connecting those things. But I think the best way to be eco-friendly in any category is personally. You, the person, decide not to take so many trips. I mean, do you have to go to this grocery store for a gallon of milk? Maybe you could wait. So I think it starts there with the person and builds out.
More people could ride their bikes, electric cars, and maybe even go as far as carpooling companies.
All right, all you dreamers and creamers out there in South Park, I'm going to play a song by a local artist that really made me think about my impact on the earth. This is Stan Marsh with Hey People, You Gotta Drive Hybrids Already.
Come on, people now, come on.